Okay, so you've given us like a ton of stuff from Google Cloud Next 2025. We've got articles, blogs, even a YouTube summary from CNET. It's a lot.
Yeah, lots to unpack.
Our mission for this deep dive, if you will, is to find like the biggest announcements and what it all means for, the average person out there, what's really important and maybe even surprising.
Right. So we have in-depth analysis from places like CRN, Google's own blogs, Cloud Tech, PR Newswire, even some lively discussions on Reddit.
And we also have that good overview from CNET.
Yeah. So what we're going to do is synthesize all of that and give you the key takeaways.
Right. And I think the thing that jumps out right away is just AI everywhere.
Right. AI is everywhere.
Thomas Kurian, the CEO of Google Cloud, really emphasized that their whole AI momentum is like central to their strategy. And the numbers are pretty impressive. They've got over 4 million developers now using Gemini.
That's a lot. That's a lot of developers.
That's a huge sign that things are changing. Like a lot of people are using Gemini.
It's really becoming a key tool. People are using it to build AI apps in the cloud.
Yeah, and Vertex AI usage is up by like 20 times, and then 2 billion AI assists happening every month in Google Workspace.
Wow. Yeah.
I mean, Sundar Pichai said that, the future of AI for organizations is like becoming a reality. And I think these numbers really show that it's not just talk.
Exactly. It's not hype, right? It's in the tools, the infrastructure. It's practical AI solutions for businesses now, today.
So how are they actually doing this? Well, a big part of it is their infrastructure, and they've made some pretty serious upgrades. Let's talk about Ironwood. That's their 7th generation TPU.
TPU, yeah. Tensor Processing Unit.
The performance jump is just crazy. It's 3,600 times better than their very first TPU.
So think about that. That kind of power means you can train and run these super complex AI models so much faster.
Way faster. And it's not just speed. They've also made them way more energy efficient, like 29 times more.
Yeah, that's huge. And if you zoom out and look at the big picture, you see Google is putting a ton of money and resources into the basic compute layer that you need to run all these advanced AI models.
Makes sense.
The scale of Ironwood is just mind-blowing. Over 9,000 chips in one pod, delivering 42.5 exaflops of compute. That's like 24 times more powerful than the world's biggest supercomputer.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
It's wild.
So they can train these massive models. But it's not just about training. It's about running them in real-world applications.
That's right.
That's where all the advancements in what's called AI inference come in.
Right. Making those models useful.
So Google Kubernetes Engine, or GKE, which manages all these like containerized applications, is getting new features that can cut the cost of running AI models by up to 30%. And it can reduce what's called tail latency, those super annoying delays at the very end of a process, by up to 60%.
Big improvements for cost and user experience.
Yeah, a better experience and less money, plus a 40% boost in overall throughput. That's massive. But here's the question. How do they make this cutting-edge AI, available to everyone, not just their internal research teams?
Yeah, good question.
Well, they've made pathways available to cloud customers. That's Google DeepMind's distributed machine learning runtime.
Okay, breaking it down. What's a distributed machine learning runtime?
Basically, it lets you run models efficiently across different types of hardware.
Got it. So they're making their advanced tools more widely available.
Exactly. And by bringing VLLM, which is this fast and lightweight library, to their TPUs, they're making it easier for people to use those cost-effective TPUs.
So you don't have to completely change your whole setup to use them.
Exactly. A lot of organizations have optimized their AI stuff for GPUs. This lets them use TPUs without having to, rebuild everything from scratch.
Okay, so for companies that have to operate in really sensitive environments, they've made Gemini available on Google Distributed Cloud. It supports both air-gapped and connected environments.
So they've got you covered whether you need to be completely isolated or still connected to the outside world.
They're also working with NVIDIA, supporting their confidential computing capabilities and their new Blackwell systems, the DGX B200 and HGX B200.
Which are powered by Dell.
It sounds like they really want to make sure that no matter what your infrastructure looks like, you can still use Gemini.
Absolutely. They're really trying to meet everyone's needs. And they're also paying attention to how to manage all this massive AI infrastructure. Cluster Director is designed to handle these huge numbers of accelerators.
It's like an orchestra conductor, but for AI hardware.
Exactly. Making sure everything works together smoothly.
They've also got some new storage stuff.
Yeah. Like hyperdisk exipools.
Which are for handling petabytes of data.
And anywhere cache, which can make accessing data up to 70% faster.
By caching it closer to where you need it.
Right. and rapid storage, which is 5 times faster for random reads and writes.
Wow. It's like they've upgraded every single part of their infrastructure.
Yeah, the foundation that makes all these AI advancements possible.
Okay, so we've talked about the engine. Now let's look at the models themselves. The Gemini family's expanding. We've got Gemini 2.5 Pro, which is in preview now, and then Gemini 2.5 Flash, which is coming soon.
Yeah, Flash is interesting.
They're saying Flash is way more intelligent per dollar than models like GPT-4o and DeepSeek R1. That's a pretty big claim. What makes such a difference? Is it just the architecture, or have they found some secret optimizations?
Well, it's probably because they've optimized Flash to work perfectly with their TPUs and their other infrastructure.
Okay, so it's about that tight integration between the model and the hardware.
Exactly. They're really squeezing every bit of performance out of it. Flash is supposed to be the model you use for, your everyday high-volume applications where you need low latency and low cost.
And Pro is already at the top of the chatbot arena leaderboard, so it looks like power and quality are also very much a part of the Gemini family.
For sure. And if you want to create more than just text, Google is saying that Vertex AI is now the only platform with generative models for video, image, speech, and music.
So they've got everything you need to be creative with AI.
Yeah. Imagen 3 is getting better at image generation and in-painting.
In-painting?
Yeah, like editing parts of an image.
Oh, okay.
And it's beating everyone on the Elmarita charts. Chirp 3 can create a custom voice with only 10 seconds of audio.
That's pretty cool. Imagine the possibilities.
Yeah, like for personalized user experiences. Then there's Lyria, which can make music from text. It can create these 30-second clips. And Veo 2 has advanced video generation and editing. Things like in-painting and out-painting, cinematic effects, and even video interpolation.
Sounds like a filmmaker's dream.
It really lowers the barrier to making high-quality multimedia content.
It's not just their own models, though. They're also making other models available on Vertex AI, like Meta's Llama 4.
Right, and a bunch of open-source models from AI, too. So they're not just pushing their own stuff. They're building an open ecosystem.
So strategically, what's the advantage for Google in offering models from their competitors?
Well, by doing that, they're positioning Vertex AI as the place to go for all your AI development needs.
It's like a one-stop shop.
Exactly. It gives users more choices, and that can attract a wider range of customers.
Makes sense. And they're also pushing the boundaries in other areas, like AlphaFold 3 for predicting protein structure and their WeatherNext AI models.
Yeah, showcasing how AI can be used for so many different things.
Okay, so we have all these amazing models and this supercharged infrastructure. How do they all come together?
Vertex AI. That's the platform that brings it all together. It orchestrates the models, the data, and the AI agents.
And it's clearly working because Gemini usage on Vertex AI is up 40 times in the past year. That's billions of API calls.
It's designed to streamline the entire AI development lifecycle. You have dashboards to monitor performance, tools to help you pick the right model for the job, and a live API for real-time applications.
They also have a model garden with over 200 pre-trained models.
So you don't have to start from scratch. You can just grab a model and go.
They shared some great customer stories, too, like Wayfair is enriching their product catalog 5 times faster using AI. AES cut the cost of their safety audits by 99%. And Commerzbank reduced admin time by 66%.
Those are huge improvements.
Real results. And they have all these grounding capabilities built in, so the AI models can use information from Google Search, enterprise data, third-party sources, and even Google Maps.
To give you more accurate and relevant results.
So AI agents were a big deal at Cloud Next. They're talking about multi-agent systems and even an open protocol for these agents to communicate with each other. It's called the agent-to-agent protocol. This feels like a whole new level of AI. So what are multi-agent systems, and why is this protocol so important?
It's kind of like having a bunch of AI experts working together on a problem. Like a team of AI specialists.
Okay, I get it. So the protocol lets them talk to each other no matter what model or framework they're built on.
Right. It's all about collaboration.
Yeah.
And they have over 50 partners already supporting the protocol.
Wow, so the industry seems to be on board with this.
Definitely. It's a big deal.
To make it easier for developers to build these agents, they've launched the Agent Development Kit, or ADK. And they say you can build a working AI agent with less than 100 lines of code. That's crazy.
The ADK is designed to make agent development as simple as possible. It provides all the building blocks you need, like for planning, memory, tool use. You don't have to reinvent the wheel.
And they have the Agent Garden, which has pre-built connectors to different services.
Yeah, so you can quickly connect your agent to things like databases or APIs.
They've also made sure the ADK works with other agent frameworks.
Like LangGraph and Crew AI, so you're not locked into their ecosystem.
You can even build agents directly on NetApp storage, so you don't have to copy data around.
It's all about flexibility and convenience for developers.
They're also using these agents themselves with Google Agent Space. It's like an internal hub where employees can find and use different AI agents for all sorts of tasks.
Like summarizing information, scheduling meetings, or even generating ideas.
And it's integrated with Chrome Enterprise, so you can search across all your company's data right from the Chrome search bar.
It's about making information more accessible and searchable.
They have an agent gallery where you can find agents, and the agent designer lets you create your own, even if you're not a programmer.
So anyone can build an AI agent.
They highlighted some cool agents like the idea generation agent and the deep research agent.
Yeah. Google's really using these tools internally to boost their own productivity.
And it's not just these general agents. They're also rolling out specialized agents for different business functions.
Right. Like in security, they have an agent that helps security teams prioritize threats and another agent that analyzes malware.
For customer engagement, they're promising next-generation agents with really human-like voices.
And they can understand emotions.
Oh, wow.
And they can even stream video during interactions.
Okay, so these specialized agents are designed to solve very specific problems within different departments.
Exactly. The security agents can help analysts focus on the most important threats.
And the customer engagement agents can make interacting with customers more natural and engaging.
They even shared some real-world examples. Like Wendy's is using AI for their drive-thru, and Mercedes-Benz has conversational search in their cars.
Cool. And the data teams are getting a whole suite of agents, too.
Yeah. There's one for data engineers that helps them build pipelines and prepare data, and another one for data scientists to use as a coding partner in Colab.
And there's even one for data analysts and business users that provides conversational analytics right within Looker.
You can just ask questions in plain English and get answers from your data.
They shared examples from companies like Mattel, Spotify, Unilever, and Bayer.
It's clear that these agents are already helping companies do more with their data.
So by putting these agents right into the data workflow, they're making data more accessible and actionable for everyone.
Absolutely. You don't need to be a data scientist to understand your data anymore.
For developers, Gemini Code Assist is getting new agents that can help with code modernization and the whole software development lifecycle.
And they have a Kanban board interface, so you can manage your tasks visually.
Plus integrations with tools like Atlassian, Sentry, and Snyk. It's like they're building a whole AI-powered development environment.
Yeah, making AI a core part of the coding process.
So moving on from specific platforms, AI is getting even deeper into Google Workspace. All Workspace subscriptions now include Gemini.
That's a big deal.
They announced 3 new features: Help Me Analyze in Sheets, Audio Overview in Docs, and Google Workspace Flows.
So Help Me Analyze lets you analyze your data in Sheets using natural language. You don't have to be a spreadsheet expert.
Audio Overview in Docs can create high-quality audio versions of your documents.
So you can listen to them on the go.
And Workspace Flows can automate repetitive tasks across all the different Workspace apps.
So you can save time and avoid mistakes.
These are pretty big changes. How do you think these AI features are going to affect people's daily productivity?
It's going to make AI accessible to everyone, not just the technical folks. Anyone can use these tools to be more efficient and get more done.
Security was another major theme at Cloud Next. They launched Google Unified Security, which is a platform that brings together all their security offerings.
It includes their security operations, cloud security, threat intelligence, Chrome Enterprise, and Mandiant expertise.
And it's all powered by Gemini AI.
This is a big step towards a more holistic and interconnected approach to security.
What are the advantages of having everything in one platform?
Well, you get a much more complete view of your security posture.
And you can detect and respond to threats faster.
They're bringing Chrome Enterprise data into security operations, which gives you more context for threat analysis.
They're continuing to invest in Mandiant with the new Mandiant Threat Defense Service.
This helps organizations proactively hunt for threats.
Security Command Center is getting a bunch of updates too, like enhanced data security posture management,
Or DSPM.
and they're boosting AI security with Model Armor. Plus, they're introducing a new compliance manager tool.
It sounds like they're really serious about security.
Chrome Enterprise is getting some security upgrades too, like better phishing protection using Google Safe Browsing data.
And data masking is now generally available.
That helps protect sensitive information. And they're extending enterprise browsing protections to Android devices.
So they're securing the entire browsing experience.
And they announced that they're acquiring Wiz.
That's a big multi-cloud security platform.
What does this acquisition tell us about Google's security strategy?
It shows that they're serious about multi-cloud security.
They recognize that a lot of companies are using multiple clouds, and they want to provide the best security solutions no matter where your data is.
It's a smart move.
In data analytics, the big theme seems to be AI-driven and autonomous capabilities, with a focus on real-time data activation.
Right. We talked about this earlier, but they're really embedding those specialized AI agents for different data roles directly into BigQuery and Looker.
So these agents can help you with everything from building pipelines to analyzing data in real time.
It's about making data more accessible and actionable for everyone.
They shared some great customer examples too, like Radisson Hotel Group, Gordon Food Service, J.B. Hunt, and General Mills. These companies are already using these tools to get real business value from their data.
They're getting insights faster and making better decisions.
They've introduced the BigQuery Knowledge Engine, which is powered by Gemini.
This is for automatic metadata generation and intelligent semantic search.
And they're adding a lot of new data science and advanced analytics features to BigQuery.
Like AI-assisted notebooks and a new query engine that can handle both structured and unstructured data.
This is a huge step forward. What do you think the impact of being able to work with unstructured data in BigQuery will be?
I think it's going to open up a whole new world of possibilities for data analysis. Companies can now get insights from all sorts of data that they couldn't use before.
It's like they're breaking down the barriers between different types of data.
Exactly.
They're also talking about creating an autonomous data foundation in BigQuery.
With multimodal tables, enhanced data governance, and continuous queries.
They want to make BigQuery a self-managing data platform.
And they're supporting open data formats like Apache Iceberg.
That's really important for interoperability.
So you're not locked into their ecosystem.
Finally, let's talk about databases. It seems like they're really focused on making things easier for AI developers by adding AI features directly into the databases themselves.
Right. They announced a ton of new generative AI features in AlloyDB.
AlloyDB is their PostgreSQL compatible database.
They've integrated it with Google Agent Space.
So you can use agents to search your data in AlloyDB.
And they've significantly improved the vector search capabilities.
Vector search is really important for working with unstructured data.
They're using the scan index, which they claim is up to 10 times faster than the standard HNSW index in PostgreSQL.
And they're adding new models to AlloyDB AI, including models for cross-attention re-ranking and multimodal embeddings.
Plus, they've added a new query engine that lets you use natural language within your SQL queries.
So you can ask your database questions in plain English.
It's really impressive.
They've also added MongoDB compatibility to Firestore.
So developers have more choices when it comes to data modeling.
They're also expanding their offerings for Oracle workloads and providing a streamlined solution for modernizing SQL Server.
The database migration service now supports migrating from SQL Server to PostgreSQL on Cloud SQL and LADB.
And they're using AI to help with the code conversion.
They're making it easier than ever to move away from legacy systems.
And they've made Cloud SQL and LODB available on their C4A instances, which use ARM-based Axion processors.
So you can get better price performance for your database workloads.
They've also made Database Center generally available.
That's for unified database fleet management.
And they've added vector search and graph visualization to Scanner.
And there's a new offering called Avon for AlloyDB Omni.
Plus, they've added continuous materialized views to Bigtable.
And Memory Store for Valkey is now generally available with improved performance.
Wow. Sounds like they've thought of everything.
Yeah, they're really building out a comprehensive and powerful database ecosystem.
One last thing, network infrastructure. They announced Cloud WAN, which makes Google's global private network available to enterprise customers.
They're saying it can make applications over 40% faster.
And it can cut total cost of ownership by up to 40%.
They also have a new feature called Cross-Site Interconnect, which provides Layer 2 connectivity between data centers.
It's still in preview, but it sounds promising.
Yeah, especially for hybrid cloud environments.
Some big companies are already using Cloud WAN.
Like Citadel Securities and Nestle.
Clearly a valuable service. Okay, let's wrap up with a quick look at the ecosystem and partnerships. Google is highlighting their community of over 4 million developers.
There's a lot of developers,
And they have a strong partner ecosystem.
including ISVs in the Google Cloud Marketplace and service partners who are building all sorts of cool AI agents.
They're working closely with NVIDIA and Dell to bring Gemini to Google Distributed Cloud.
And over 50 partners are supporting the Agent to Agent protocol.
That's a big vote of confidence for the open ecosystem.
Absolutely.
We even saw Tredence launch their Customer 360 solution, which is built on Google Cloud Platform and specifically designed for the telco, media, and tech industries.
It's great to see partners building innovative solutions on Google Cloud.
So to sum it all up, the main themes from Google Cloud Next 2025 seem to be AI everywhere, a focus on developer productivity, a commitment to open platforms, and some massive infrastructure upgrades.
They're giving you the tools and the platform to build the next generation of applications.
Applications that are faster, more intelligent, and more secure.
And they're building a thriving ecosystem around it.
So here's a final thought for you. We've seen some incredible advancements in AI agents, and these new multi-agent systems are really pushing the boundaries of what's possible with AI. How do you think these technologies are going to change the way we work?
It's an exciting time to be in tech. The future is here, and it's powered by AI.
Take some time to think about how these changes might affect your industry or your job, and check out the announcements from Google Cloud Next that you're most interested in. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
See you next time.